While in Paris on business, Harvard symbiologist Robert Langdon receives an urgent late-night phone call. The elderly curator of the Louvre has been murdered inside the museum. Near the body, police have found a baffling cipher. While working to solve the enigmatic riddle, Langdon is stunned to discover it leads to a trail of clues hidden in the works of Da Vinci. Clues visible for all to see, yet ingeniously disguised by the painter. The Da Vinci Code heralds the arrival of a new breed of lightning-paced, intelligent thriller, utterly unpredictable right up to its stunning conclusion. Good day, readers and listeners, and welcome to this latest episode of Tom's Rapid Reviews, where each week we take a few minutes to read out a book review written by one of our fabulous Surrey Library staff. I give you a bit of background about the author and the book, and it's all done in the hope that you might be inspired to try reading or listening to something new this week. This week's episode will be featuring Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code, the preamble of which, or blurb rather, I gave you just now. Let me tell you a little bit about this thriller. You'll no doubt have heard of The Da Vinci Code, a novel of considerable success, and the inspiration for the movie of the same name, starring Tom Hanks and Audrey Tautou. It was published in 2003, and is actually the second book which Dan Brown wrote in the Robert Langdon series. Langdon is a Harvard professor and symbiologist. The first book in the series was Angels and Demons. The plot of this one follows Langdon and French cryptologist Sophie Neveu investigating a mysterious death which leads to a secret society, revelations about the work of Leonardo da Vinci, and, eventually, about the life of Jesus Christ. Its use in the plot of the Catholic Church and its suggestion that Christ had a secret child attracted some controversy. But let's turn now to my colleague Rebecca's review and see what she thought about it. I had already watched the film of this book, and let's just say I didn't make it past the first 30 minutes, said Rebecca. So I had low hopes for this one. Though a lot of the time the book is better than the film, right? Well, not so much for this one. The plot seemed to drag and the characters felt very weak. It didn't feel thrilling in any way, and as the main character, Robert Langdon, and his accomplice, Sophie, tried to figure out the labyrinthine puzzle, I felt myself caring less and less about the outcome of their trials and tribulations. Unfortunately, not a great read for me. So there we have it. Rebecca didn't find the Da Vinci Code particularly to her liking. Based on her review, I'm going to give the novel 2 out of 5. Responses to the novel indeed appear to have evolved over time. It sold extremely well, topped only in 2003 by Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. However, contemporary critics were split over the novel, some praising its willingness to give a thriller a more academic bent, and others criticising its historical inaccuracies. As I said, the central role of Christianity and the Catholic Church, and their portrayal within the plot, also came under fire. Still, let's talk about some recommendations if you have enjoyed or think you would enjoy The Da Vinci Code. There are several other books by Brown in this series, as I've mentioned. 4 others to be precise. There's Angels and Demons, The Lost Symbol, Inferno, and Origin. The Da Vinci Code comes chronologically second between Angels and Demons and The Lost Symbol. Additionally to the books, there are Hollywood adaptations of not only the Da Vinci Code, but Angels and Demons and Inferno. All of the books in the series are available from Surrey Libraries. Paperbacks, hardbacks, ebooks on the Libby app, and some of them available as audiobooks on the Libby app also. Some other books regarded as literary thrillers that might take your fancy now. Try When No One Is Watching, the name of the book, that's not an instruction, by Alyssa Cole, wherein Brooklyn neighbours Sydney and Theo begin to notice that their neighbours seem to change at an alarming rate. Touching on issues of gentrification, this story has been likened to a combination of the films Rear Window and Get Out. Another to try, and my last recommendation for today, is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, a book I think we've discussed on Rapid Reviews before, and which has been described as Agatha Christie meets Groundhog Day. Both of these picks are also available from Surrey Libraries, with Evelyn Hardcastle being available as an ebook on Libby 2, and When No One Is Watching available as an audiobook on Libby. Well, that, I think, is all from me this week, readers. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking it and subscribing to the Surrey Libraries channel. For now, though, stay safe, borrow books, and I'll see you next time, probably in my normal surroundings, for more of Tom's Rapid Reviews.